Hey guys, welcome back to another Vinny Vid production. In this video, first of all, I'm going to tell you guys about t-shirts. T-shirts were ordered this morning. Today is July 10th, and they were ordered today, and they're guaranteed to be at my house by July 24th, I believe they said. And once I get them, it'll take me about a week to get them out to you guys. Second thing we're going to go over is a little scratch building, and I have an apprentice with me today. I met him through one of my comments. His comment to me was, I like what you did with the Phoenix. I live in Phoenix too. So a couple of messages back and forth, and I got to meet him. And his name is Bob Reynolds. And Bob, come on into the picture. Say hello to everybody.
Hello everyone.
All right, Bob, what do you do for a living, Bob?
Well, I am a light rail operator for Phoenix Metro. So if anyone lives here in the metro area, they probably will see me driving the trains here.
I have a real engineer in my house. Check that out.
Somewhat.
Approximately how far do you live from me, Bob?
Well, I live about 4 miles away from you, so it's a really nice, easy commute, especially since it's right up the freeway here. And
Chuck Baker, I want you to know that this is a third player for our run sessions, if he could ever make it on weekends. He told me just a little while ago that he does work on weekends, so it might be a little bit impossible, but we'll see what happens in the future. Anyhow, the next part of this video is we're going to do a little scratch building on Devin's project. I'm going to be preparing the I-beams that are going to be going on the walls, and I will show you how to do that, and I will have my apprentice be doing it for me. And if he's a good boy, we might even run some trains today.
We'll see.
All right, well for now, give me a couple minutes and we'll get back to you at the work table and we'll show you what we're doing. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to mention in my opening about the t-shirts. As of right now, I am waiting for one more payment, and the person promised me that he did put it in the mail. But I went ahead and ordered the t-shirts anyhow. While I was talking to the girl on the phone, she asked me if I can get the correct font that Chuck Chambliss used when he was designing my logo. Anyhow, I texted Chuck, and Chuck said that he would send them the artwork, the original artwork. So these shirts are not going to be taken off a photo. They are going to be done with the original artwork. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also, I just want to thank all you guys. I really appreciate you doing this. It makes me feel really good. I appreciate all you guys, and I'm in catch-up mode. I'm trying to catch all you guys' videos and respond to them. But every time I answer 10, I get 20 back. So anyhow, be patient. I will get to them. Again, that's all I got to say. Thank you, and we'll talk at you later. Bye. Alright guys, we're going to be at the work table here in a couple of seconds, but I'm going to show you and explain to you what we're going to do. You know that I'm putting steel structure inside of Devin's engine house. And like I mentioned to you earlier, that along the edges here is not enough gluing surface, and if there is, when you put it onto the building, it'll probably smear. So I'm going to take Evergreen, again, Evergreen, 80 thousandths by 250 thousandths, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to cut them into small strips, and we're going to place it between the ribs on the I-beam, which gives me a whole bunch more gluing space without possibility of putting any smear marks on. Give me another second and we'll get down to the work table, and Bob will be chopping away. Alright guys, we're down here at the work table now, and Bob is going to start chopping away using my new tool, my chopper, and we're going to cut these, rather than a whole length piece, we're going to chop it into thirds and put three pieces on each one of the I-beams. Let's start chopping away there, Bob. There you go. Just watch your fingers. That razor is real sharp.
Yeah, I already experienced losing one finger before.
I just poked into it and put a gash in my finger. And when he gets enough going, I'm going to start gluing him into the I-beams. And what I'm going to do now is I'll back the camera up a little bit, and maybe you can get both of us in the scene, and I'll start gluing. Of course, Roxy is giving us a hard time. She's not leaving my guest alone. I don't know if you guys can see me here, but I'm going to be going gluing these puppies in. Let me have a few of those there, Bob. There you go. Alright, guys. You know what I should do is turn this around so I can see what's going on here. Alright, I'm just using Model Master glue, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this in 3 spots. Keep going, buddy. You got a lot more. Don't give up on me. Oh, you need more?
Yeah.
Right here. Bob is telling me that he wants to build a Tropicana warehouse, so I thought I'd give him a little bit of practice on building a structure. So anyhow, what I did was I put 3 pieces in here, and that'll give me a good gluing surface when I put it onto the building. We got about 10 of these to go for the tall building and about 10 to do for the little building. So I'm not going to bore you guys with all this stuff. We'll get back to you in a little bit, and I'll show you what the progress is. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, Bob has done his job and cut me all the little pieces that I need. As you can see, this is what they are right here. And I went ahead and I glued them, 3 on each one of these beams. Now the next step is, I told you guys that I was going to have a surprise for Devin. And the surprise is, what we need to do now is to add these little spacers that my chopper helped me build out really cool. And we're going to put them in here. Like this. You guys probably can't see this because my big fat fingers are in the way. And then we're going to put the other beam on top of that. And we should have a structure with a structure. So anyhow, we'll get on with the project and we'll be back in a minute. We got our little spacers cut up, and I have my apprentice installing them. So let's take a look and see what he's doing. He's installing these spacers, as you can see. And let me show you what we're going to wind up with. Got one now? There it is. And this is what we're going to wind up with. I need to have this extra beam right here for the surprise that I got planned for Devin. Hope you guys can figure out what it is. I'm not going to tell you until the reveal. So anyhow, let's continue our work, and we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the bill for Devin, and as you noticed, I am going to be putting the open web trusses in here just to make it all look uniform for the entire building. And the things that Bob and I were building are those guys in there, and you can see there's another beam on top of there. That's for my surprise for Devin, and got a lot more work to go on this. Devin, I'm sorry it's taken so long, but trying to get this as perfect as I can. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, we're in training room number 1, and I got my apprentice, Mr. Bob Reynolds, is going to do some switching at Mo Best Yard. So let's see what he can do. Since he is an engineer,
we're not used to switching.
And guys, just remember, I'm still using the crappy Atlas turnouts here. And so we get some stalls and stuff like that going across. So we're going to have to use a lot of 050 help. And Bob's going to switch out about 6 cars here. And we'll see how he does. Bob has never done an operating session before, so bear with him, fellas. He's getting used to my layout. First of all, he's an HO guy, so he's never played with something so small. He's going to be attacking all the cars with blue tape on top. And he's going after the bulkhead flat lumber load. You may have to go a little bit over yard speed to keep the train going. Now to make this move, he's going to have to park a whole bunch of cars. Now he's just pushing these cars out of the way. And you're good there. I can't even do this with my right hand. I'm trying to do it with my left hand. Alright guys, he pushed the cars out of the way that he needs to get out of the way. And now he'll go after his bulkhead flat. Which I think you're probably going to have to push back a little bit because I don't think it'll couple on the curve. Oh, it's a straight track there, huh? Alright, he's got his bulkhead flat with lumber load. And we'll pause right here. He's got that car all coupled up. And the next car he's going to go after is going to be this center beam right here. Anything with the blue tape on top is the ones that he's going to be going after. So let's see his next move, how that works out for him. By the way guys, this is the second time Bob's been here. He actually already switched my lumber yards out the first time he was here. But now I'm giving him a little bit more difficult job to do. Just doing some uncoupling there, fellas. And actually, you can go back around this line too if you want, which would probably be a better idea. So you only have to do one.
Yep.
He's putting these 3 cars that he doesn't want on another track. And got to figure out why we're having problems over there. There's no turnouts or anything. It's probably just dirty track.
It's obviously not Union Pacific track.
And you're good. A little more. Come back more. And you good? Hold up. Alright. And now he's going to go after the center beam. It's funny how it doesn't stall going in one way, huh? Alright. Alright guys, the next one he's going to pick up is this boxcar right here. But again, he's got traffic in his way, so he's going to have to do a crossover to get over onto the other track. And so we'll follow him out and watch him do the crossover. Alright, he's crossing over onto the other main line right now, or yard lead, or whatever you want to call it. I'll call it a yard lead. And he's going to have to align his turnouts to go back on the other track. Do the other one also. Always do both. Alright, turnouts are aligned. And he'll be coming back to move the traffic out of the way and then pick up his last car. And all these cars will be going to Central Phoenix, Builders Express, and Hutig Building Supplies. Oh, wait a minute. Alright guys, he's got his turnouts lined up and he's going to back into yard lead number 2. And he's going to move the traffic out of the way so he can pick up his last car. I'm going to leave the blooper in there. Serious. And he's going to be going after this boxcar right here. But he has to move 3 cars out of his way. Okay, you good? And he's just going to move them over to the next track. And then he'll be able to get his final car. Alright, brakeman's got to get out there and align the turnout. Actually, it doesn't matter which track you put it on, they're both empty. Oops, that turnout was wrong. And you're good there. Alright, now he's going to go after his last car. Alright, we got to learn to turn that out. Alright, and now he's going to be off to Central Phoenix. Got some dirty track on this layout, Vinny. As he departs from Old Best Yard, he heads towards Central Phoenix. And that's going to be the end for this video, guys. Alright guys, we've concluded our run session for today. Bob, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time and learned a lot with what you're doing there on the project, and definitely learned something here new about doing yard switching.
That's good, because the next time you come, you're going to be on your own.
Well, like I said before, I just hope I don't lose my certification.
Anyhow, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate Bob taking the trip up here, all 4 miles of it. It was fun to have him here, and he's welcome back anytime. And Chuck Baker, again, if we can get together with Bob here, we could have a good time with the 3 of us doing some operations. Anyhow, for now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.